Hi. So here I am again. I had another thing come to mind that I wanted to talk about and share with you guys that I think could be really helpful. And I'm not trying to come across as though I know exactly everything you're doing. I am assuming you're doing a lot of things right, and so I just want to give you props before I say anything. But in terms of intercultural adoption, there is a point where there can be some complication in the parent-child relationship. And for some people, it's less of a concern than others. I could say in my situation, my parents were overly afraid of losing me to my biological family, the Korean culture, etc., etc. So they were pretty proactive about taking me to heritage camps and stuff like that as a kid when I wasn't interested in it. So by the time I was interested in it, it was very threatening to them that they were really worried that I had ideas that I didn't want to be their daughter or part of their family. That's the best I can come up with. And I mean, rightly so. I mean, I could understand where that comes from. But at that point where they started to try to convince me to not investigate my own birth culture, that created a big divide. And I think that was one of the biggest points in my life where I felt like if there was going to be any separation between me and my family, it'd be surrounding basically my identity, and that's huge. So that's one difference in opinion that is a really hard one to navigate in this sort of parenting adventure. So I would really be careful about how you respond to normal curiosity in your child towards their original culture. And the fear, and of course I could understand where that comes from, is a valid fear, but I can tell you as an adopted person that just because I was interested in my previous culture said nothing about how I felt about my parents. The only time I ever had contention towards my parents was at that point that they were worried that I was trying to reject them or try to put on a new persona, which isn't even true because I was Korean whether or not I tried to understand what that was. So I would be really careful in that respect. Sometimes our fear really does make our fears a reality. And so, I could apply that to my relationship with my stepsons, where I guess because I went through that rocky patch with my family, I am better prepared in the way I conceptualize our relationship. For instance, I parent him as I would any child, but I'm also really, really prepared for when his mom comes back into his life. I just assume that is the eventuality. It's not what if, it's when or how. And so I just keep that in my mind, and I think, how am I going to incorporate her into this parenting equation and stuff like that. And so there is no push, pull, tug, anything like that. It's just a healthier mindset that I have, where I don't have to put the brakes on any of my parenting for fear of loss or rejection or anything like that. I guess I have a unfair advantage being adopted, that I can accept the dualities of things, knowing that I am his only mother at the time, but at the same time, that could change at any second, and I welcome that. It doesn't change anything about the past with me in it. It only presents new opportunities and stuff like that. So I hope that little blurb helps you maybe avoid that pitfall that could happen in your relationship, because really and truly, I don't see anything tearing your adopted child away from you. If anything, they need you more than anything in their life. So try not to second guess yourself, and if you can, try to be with them, doing it with them. Okay, let's see what it's like to live in your birth country. Take interest in that. I mean, that could speak volumes to the strength of your relationship with the child, and the child will take notice and will absolutely treasure you for that, because ultimately the adopted child, just like anybody else, wants to be truly accepted, truly embraced for all parts of them, the good, the bad, the parts that can be understood or not understood. So yeah, I mean, ultimately they're just people, and think about what a normal person would want. So anyways, I hope this message finds you on a relaxing Sunday. Oh, actually, it's Monday. And hopefully this can help you with your relationships. So if you have any questions, please go ahead and comment. I would love to hear from you. And if you want to stay in touch with my channel, please subscribe, because I will keep on adding things. And I appreciate all of you spending time with me like this. So have a great week. Bye.